My name is Caser Rosas Jr. I am 19 years old, and I am an indie filmmaker who runs the production CJ Studios. I am most notably known through YouTube, IGTV, Facebook Watch, and Storyfire. Videography has been an interest of mine for my entire life. I was even told when I was 4 years old, I've actually taught myself how to use a camera. But at first, it wasn't exactly filmmaking. It was just me playing around with a camera, recording random things, recording people. I always thought it was just a fun thing to do. So the moment I turned 8 years old, I started making videos on my 3DS, and it was basically me talking about random things. The more videos I made, the more interest I had in videography. And then when I turned 12 years old, I started my first YouTube channel where I would do vlogs. Though, of course, that channel's deceased. Vlogging wasn't really much of my thing. So during my freshman year back at Lincoln High School, I discovered filmmaking when I was actually taking a video class. And ever since then, I actually started CJ Studios during COVID-19's process, and it's become a hobby of mine. And then I figured out that filmmaking became my official purpose. And to this day, it's something that I enjoy doing, and it's something that I am dedicated to doing. So I actually taught myself how to edit back in the 6th grade. It wasn't exactly the best editing. It was just a simple Windows Movie Maker type of editing process. But the moment that I actually hit high school, I actually met my filmmaking teacher, Joel Munoz, who has actually introduced me to a whole new editor, Final Cut Pro, which has given me the opportunities to edit films in ways I've never edited any of my videos in the past. Giving me more editing tools such as trimming parts out or adding special effects, or even switching every camera angle, trimming out the frames at the perfect timing to make it look like it was all shot in one take. So my side of filmmaking is more dedicated to story writing. And of course, with story writing, you'd have to come up with all these concepts. And sometimes me going through writer's block, I can't really do it all myself. And of course, when I do have ideas, the brainstorm ideas of what I want to make mainly comes from inspiration, or it's just simply ideas that come from the top of my head. But of course, I can't take all the credit because I do have writers as well who help me out, and they're really good close friends of mine. And they actually helped me come up with some ideas for our upcoming films. So if it wasn't for them, then I probably wouldn't have a lot of content produced at this quickly. I develop my films in a specific order. The first order, after the brainstorm, is I write out the script. The script is the most important element in a film because that is how you direct your story. So I start off with the script, and then occasionally I will also illustrate out a storyboard depending on what the film is. And then after the storyboard process, I end up having to cast who I want in my films. I got close friends of mine and a couple family members who are actually actors on CJ Studios. So I'll debate who gets to play who in the film. And then after casting, we have the filming process. We debate where the location is going to be. We actually show off all the spots that we're doing, all the props that we're going to be using. And then when it's time to film, we direct our actors to show what they're gonna do or what they're gonna say. And sometimes in this process, you will encounter bloopers, you'll encounter errors every now and then. But you know, it's kind of a fun process, especially with bloopers. So sometimes it would be a little frustrating, but it's good to basically fight through it because, you know, it's good content for the behind the scenes. Now, after the filming process comes the editing process. So that means you'll actually have to go through all of the remaining footage, all the behind the scenes segments, and basically trim out all of the bloopers, and then only include the parts that you think are good in order to make your content high quality. So after that, you'll of course have to add music, add sound effects, add special effects, your typical editing elements. And then after exporting, then comes the publishing. So I publish my films on social media platforms such as YouTube, IGTV, Facebook Watch, and Storyfire. So of course, I'd have to come up with the title of the film, and basically the title and the description. And after that, basically the next thing to do is to just simply promote the film, share it to your social media. That way our audience knows what to expect and when to expect our films to be released. So I joined Delta College mainly because I feel like it's a great opportunity to improve my dream career of filmmaking. Now, most notably, not a lot of filmmakers really go to college, and some of them actually succeed without it. But me, I kind of want to take the extra chances and actually take in the extra effort to do so. So during my time at Delta, I've actually met a few new filmmakers, I've met a few new actors, and I've learned a little more about the filmmaking experience that I actually haven't got to learn back at Lincoln High School. There were some things extra, like such as using a green screen. I finally got to try that out. And I would also say I actually learned how to properly set up all of my filming schedules and basically get into the better habit of using a storyboard, because there's those times where I kind of lack using a storyboard, but now I plan to use them at all times. So it's kind of the same experience compared to high school as of right now, but the more films I am making during my time at Delta, I can see that I have actually improved way better than I have in the past.
What the?
Let go of the dollar.
Whether you're pursuing film as a hobby or a possible dream career, it's important that you learn each aspect of filmmaking. That way, your content can come out with the highest quality possible. My advice, especially if you are publishing your films to a social media platform, the best advice I can give people is to promote it little by little. When you meet someone and if you get along with them really well, share all of your pages, basically. Sometimes creators have to start small, and by starting small, you have to get the word out there. Development and growth for a channel takes time. And of course, the more effort you put into your content, the better it will turn out. And this doesn't just go for filmmaking, but this goes for anything you wish to pursue in. It's like my quote that I've always said, you are the director, your life is like a movie. But to be honest, I can't give myself full credit for how well CJ Studios has turned out throughout the past few years. If it wasn't for my friends and family who have helped participated during this entire production, the channel wouldn't have been as good. I have amazing actors, I have amazing writers, and they put in their time and effort as much as I do in playing the characters or helping write the stories. And it wouldn't be as fun without working with the people that I love dear most. So this shout out goes out to all of my members who've joined CJ Studios throughout the past 3 years.